Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Bobby Hemmitt. I'm here in my home in Atlanta, Georgia. I've had a couple of lectures here, and we have certain settings here every now and then, and we'll show the altars and different things like that. So I welcome you in my home. We're here to do what we call a sit down and kick around some knowledge and answer a little bit of questions and different things of basic metaphysical and esoteric topics. So, but what I wanted to do at first is I wanted to give you a grand tour of my home and what has been going on based on the altars. Now, I did this back in 2005, right after Katrina, and it went real well. And we showed the Lakshmi altars and the Razuli altars and stuff. And since then, we got a few other things that came in, and I want to go into some of this because this has a lot to do with metaphysics and a lot to do with magic and a lot to do with securing your home or fortifying your home, whereas it acts as a vortex. And I'll go into all the science with that as we do this. So to start it off, I want to come here in the front door just to give the grand tour and show you what's going on. This is a god by the name of Pan. Hold on. This is a god by the name of Pan. He's a nature god. His origin is in deep Africa. Later on, you know him in the Greek pantheon. But before he was this, he was also the god Bess. And later on, he ends up as the leprechaun in Irish mythology, which is the snake people were in Ireland. And that was the Egyptians, and that's when St. Patrick ran them out. But this is the god Bess, and he adorns the entrance, and it's a god of prosperity, a god of music, a god of talent, and a god of mystical origins. I want to talk about this right now because I just went to Chicago, and we met a little boy that was in the, I think the guy's in junior high school, and he does these out of thin air. These are little warriors. Let's see if I can, these are warriors, and he does them out of thin air with pipe cleaners in a few minutes, and this stuff is coming from a whole nother dimension. And so we brought these home, and immediately when we brought these home and put them around the altars, because I went to Chicago to do a lecture back in February, immediately when we did that and put them around the altars, the next day the stock market crashed, and they have to put money. So we talking about different things. Now, did this make the stock market crash? It probably helped. It was going to do it anyway, but these are little warriors, so we can't take things for granted, especially with the children do things a lot of times. When they do things off the top of their head, then it becomes magic. Behind the door, you can also get I'm telling people for prosperity, you want to put a Linda did this, you want to put what you call a reef at your door. The high-tech, what you call people in the Wicca, which is not but priestess of Isis, they have a reef year-round, and this brings prosperity. That means, and also the ancestors can come through this hole. So there's a whole lot of other magical things. We have also the big Om symbol, which is a symbol for Vishnu, Shiva, and the god Krishna. The god Krishna. You see, and that's the Om symbol behind the door. So as we go into the house, we have this big thing of the god Shiva. Now the god Shiva is also a form of Osiris. He's a form of Osiris. He's a form of Dionysus in Greek, or what you call Phoenician. And the god Shiva is also, he later on becomes the god what is called Sambu or Sambu. When you get the word little black Sambu, that is an Asian god called Sambu, where you get Sambu Deja. That's in there's a great DVD or CD or even a tape you can get a guy by the name of Eugene Adams. Now Eugene Adams is a guy that has something called Africans in Asia. I think that's what's renamed. But anyway, this is the god Shiva, which is also again a form of Amun-Ra, Osiris, Dionysus, all of this type stuff. It really fortifies your home. As we go on, this is a newer altar here. This is altar dedicated to the goddess Nefertiti, and as well as Heru or Hathor. Heru or Hathor, which is the goddess of love, the goddess of love and beauty. and all types of various artistic wisdom and healing and stuff. So this is one we also have. And this is the one that we started out with, which is the goddess Lakshmi. Now the goddess Lakshmi is also a form of the goddess Heru. She's the goddess of beauty. She's the goddess of wealth and prosperity. That's why we have the gold sequence dress there. And this is and she has her shoes down there all in gold. We used to have these gold coins, but the gold coins we had because they were made out of chocolate, so you don't last for about a year or so.